So it's Charlie's first time of using the new hose. What do you think, Charlie?
I love it. It's very, very cool. And now the yard doesn't get wet. I mean, unless it rains. But
that's going to be sorted though soon because of the guttering.
That's true. Dad's doing it right now. And because it's got like a little Star Wars gun on it. So, there it was. Here is the Star Wars gun. The hose is running. But look.
Okay, they fight to do the waters now. Before it was boring, but now it's great fun because they get a gun.
It's very, very fun.
Right, get back to your job. We've got time for this chit chat. Come on, crack on. So it's raining again, and little Liv, she may be 33, but she's just done me, along with Epalan. As you can see, they're playing. Hang on. They've run off, and she's got her stable rug on. So that rug there is her rug that she should be wearing inside and not outside, and now she won't let me catch her. Oh, what a naughty pair. Right, I'm going to go down and see if I can catch them. I don't think it's going to happen though. Look at them. Oi, you naughty pair. Oh dear. 31 and 33. Or 32 this year. Epalan de Fouquet, you are being naughty. They were supposed to be having a duvet day today. That's clearly not going to happen. Okay, so I've had it from a good source that Epalan and Liv are around the back of the stables looking slightly sorry for themselves after doing me this morning. I literally opened the gate. Liv had already escaped. She's so naughty. And then I opened the gate and Epalan just pushed me out of the way, and that's it, he was gone. So Liv's gone out in her stable rug, which isn't ideal because obviously it's peeing with rain. And Epalan has got his outdoor rug on, but I think they're regretting it now because they were going to have a duvet day, nice hot breakfast, you know, lay around, enjoy themselves, but instead they've gone out in the rain. So let's go and see if we can find them. Ah, look. I didn't even have to try and find them. What are you doing? Are you going to come in now? Come on. Nope, look at that. Totally ignoring me. They're not even supposed to go up there. Oh dear, it's going to be a long morning, I think.
We're back in the yard. We've just got in. It's really raining and Epalan has run off with little Liv. Mummy Moon's been chasing them all round. They've ended up coming back in. They were supposed to stay in, but he broke out. So he's had a little bit of a leg stretch. He's now having his breakfast. And I'm about to put on the magnetic therapy rug, which we brought with us from the UK. We do have boots, and we believe that it helps with them. It aids circulation. It's a really, really handy tool, and when they're in competition it's good for soothing the muscles, and when they're old it's good for soothing them and making them feel good. So it aids the circulation, and we have seen really good improvements with it. So it's an essential bit of kit. He has it on, or the Legends, twice a week or whenever we get the opportunity, like now is perfect. So we're going to put this on him, and then we're going to put a nice blanket over the top to keep him nice and warm and let it work its magic. So let's do it. So he's got his magnetic therapy rug on underneath, and then to keep him nice and cozy, he's got this woolen day rug which is an old show rug. So when they go to shows, you could either travel them in it, or when you're standing about waiting to go in the ring, these are ones that they kind of throw over their back and you'd tuck between your knees just to keep the chill off their back while you're waiting. So it's really smart. Back in its day, it's probably about 30 years old now, but it still serves its purpose and keeps him snug, so it's a good job. We're out of the rain again. We've come back into what will be the feed room, and we're going to do a few dry jobs in here. And the first job we're going to do in the feed room stroke rug room storage area is put up on the wall the rug hangers that we brought from the UK. It's a really handy thing. Like we said, we can hang all those rugs up. They can either be drying or they can just be off the floor, and they're really easily accessible, and you can see what you've got, and also it helps with the sizing. So if Charlie or Toby or anyone's helping, they can see it's a pony rug or it's a bit bigger or a bit bigger, and Mummy Moon can help them with that. So let's get it on the wall, and that'll be a good job. In case you're wondering why I'm putting this bit of wood on, it's because the wall is a bit oldie-woldy, so it's up and down. And to fix the metal hangers, you'll see they need to be flat. So this gives us a much better medium or a level area to fix. So I've just put the first fixing in. Now what I'm going to do is level it up. I just marked it roughly because I'm trying to hit the main stones with the fixing. So that's really important in these old walls. This actually shouldn't be cement pointing, it should be the lime, but someone has covered it up. And at one time in the future on the to-do list is to get this stuff out and let the house breathe. But for the moment we're just going to get this on. So screw in, level it up, and then I can put the other fixings in, and then it's repeat the procedure for the bottom one. been 8 years, but there is something deeply, deeply satisfying in reusing what we brought with us and being able to put it up. Mummy Moon did think this day would never come around, but again, thank you to you guys for making all this possible, because we are starting to get stuff back together. This is the last one, and then it's a good job. So that is the rug rack, and I'll just show you now. There's a little kind of knobble on the top of here, and what that is, when you put the rug over with the front done up, it just stops them sliding off. So I'll just show you now. This just demonstrates what it is. This is one of our rugs. It's waiting, it's in line to be washed. And as you can see, it hangs up perfectly. It's just off the floor, which is ideal, and it means that they're all organised. So it's a good job. We're going to go in for a cup of tea because it is freezing. See you in a bit. We've come in from outside. Mummy Moon did a lovely tomato soup and garlic bread baguette.
Garlic baguette, yes.
Very much welcome on a day like today.
Oh, it is. It's really chilly out there. It's really, really nippy.
It's damp, really. I know it's wet, I know it's rainy, but it feels really damp, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, my feet are like little ice blocks. I have to sit in front of the heater and warm them up.
And as you can see, baby Oscar's having his milk, so all's good in the hood. And we got the rug racks up, as you saw, and
Can't believe it, honestly. We've been here 8 years, and those have sat. They've been used as table legs and all sorts of different things, and we've never really put them up just because we've never sort of really been particularly settled. I'd say we've sort of not been sure how we were going to work the place, so it's always been that sort of do we or don't we. And yeah, and today it's been done, and it's amazing. I can't believe it. So having my old friends back. I used to use those all the time in England, so I can't wait to load them back up again.
And that's the first bit of the feed room storage area that we're going to use. We were just discussing whether the feed bins, it would be lovely to have big metal feed bins. We're struggling to find them. We are looking into it. If not, I said to Mummy Moon, I might make some. We can make some nice big wooden ones that can just sit off the floor, and they'll have lids on them. And that's one of the biggest things that we struggle with, is having a decent feed bin. So just big bins which are divided up into their individual stuff. We can stock them up. It means less runs to the feed store, but it also means it keeps all the little visitors like the mice and the goats out, so it's all good. But yeah, we're also saying about down the side of the feed room how we're going to panel it off, and I think you got
I'd quite like to leave it open, I think, because it's sort of it should be like an outdoor kitchen, so it looks lovely when it's open off the side of the house, and I think if we clad it or close it up, it sort of takes away that beauty of that part of the house. And also we do have nesting birds in there, so I don't really want to just close it off and this year they're not be able to come back, you know, because they do come yearly. So I've decided, I think, just to have like a almost like a trellis, like a proper fence, but like a 4-foot fence. So it just keeps the goats out, but it obviously keeps it open because, yeah, no, I think it's really nice. And it's nice and dry. It doesn't sort of get affected by the weather necessarily. So I think it'd be quite nice to have it as an open air, especially for drying the rugs and stuff. It just keeps the air going through there.
Because we have I don't know if they're house martins or swallows. They always come into my workshop, which is the room beside the tack room at the back.
of it, isn't it?
And we always leave the door open when it's that time of year. So yeah, it's lovely to have them, and yeah, they keep coming back, so they obviously like it. So we'll keep it open and keep it airy. And then we were on the gutters. Had a little bit of a mishap because when we went to reuse the middle gutter that we took off, we were going to put on the front. As we said, the sun does really degrade them, so we had a few breakages, but we're working around. We're still on track. We need
Unfortunately, he was too far away when I was filming that for you to actually see his face. It just disintegrated in his hand.
Yeah.
So
So there is a bit where we could probably, with what we've got, get a couple of joiners and we can make it. But I said to Mummy Moon, it'd just be lovely to reuse it just for now until we really get stuck into renovating the barn long term, which we're going to do, because it's reused and it's going to serve a purpose, but it's not going to be wasted, and we're not going to put a new gutter on that then we've got to demount. So yeah, so it's a good job, but no, it's looking
we're going to look at
good.
trying to do that tomorrow, aren't we? Because it stops
Yeah.
raining apparently it stops raining tomorrow. I'm not
Yeah.
so sure myself. I
And,
think we need to build an ark, personally. I think that's
yeah.
where we've got to now.
And one of the little to-do jobs which is on the list and has now moved further up, spring is just around the corner, and all our lovely bulbs and all the greenery and all the flowers are going to come out, and the goats and the sheep, more the goats and the sheep, have a real knack of eating everything that they're not supposed to, and that includes very nice flowers.
And also, with horses, you'll see it starts to change now. When the spring grass starts to come through, they can get bloat and tummy aches and colic, so you've got to really, really manage them. And last year, Daisy, the big goat, the big white goat with the horns, twice, she ate too much and got quite poorly off the back of it. So this year we're one step ahead. So we have to basically re-fence their field, which is their field, for them to stay in for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then obviously we'll move them from there. So that's
We can manage them, and what it means is we can move them around. So yeah, it's all good. Oscar's back in the game. He's happy because he's got a tummy full of milk. So yeah, we'll love you and leave you. But thank you again, as we always say. I know it kind of gets repetitive, but it does mean so much, and it really is changing. Well, it's changed our lives, and it's changing what we're doing in the future for the best. So thank you again.
And just thank you for everyone that watched Cinderella's story. I know it was not our normal jolly selves, but it is the reality of what we do. And thank you for all your comments and all the lovely things that were written, you know, off the back of that video, because it was hard. It was the hardest thing I've had to ever make. I cried every time I started doing it. I was like, oh, it was awful.
I think one of the other things, just quickly before we sign off, is people mentioned a map of the world, which we think is a fantastic idea.
That's a very good idea.
It did go on the wish list, which you guys have absolutely blown away. You've cleared it out, so thank you again. But we've put a large map of the world, and we're going to put it on the wall in pride of place. We're going to actually have it framed, if you like, so we can have it on the wall, and then we're going to pinpoint, or the kids can help us, all around the world, those lovely magical moments that you keep sharing. So be really cool.
Fantastic.
Something to look forward to.
Yes, indeed. Right, so we go. So we got to go and get your brothers.
And say bye.
You say bye. Yay! Bye.
Bye.
What's a turkey do?
Yeah.